Hey, welcome back. We're continuing on with our shapes of the shoulder, important shapes that our shoulder needs to be healthy and strong and athletic, okay? So our next shape is our hang shape, okay? We've been through the overhead, we've been through the press, and now we're going through the hang. This is an important position for any of our throwing athletes, our racket athletes, even anyone who's really into weightlifting using a barbell, okay? This is a part of every athlete's training that they need to be able to address a barbell safely with good positions, okay? So, lifts that you might find this shape in would be a deadlift shape, any type of a Olympic lift where you have a clean or a snatch, okay? This full expression is you're able to pull your elbows up here with nice alignment with the body. The elbows should be able to come up to about chest height. Full expression here. You should be able to pull up even to shoulder height without losing your internal rotation. If you're missing internal rotation, we can do our test on the floor. We're internally rotating, see if the shoulder can lay on the floor and I can reach the level of my hip with that internal rotation. Then that's a full expression of that movement, okay? Errors you will see is if the shoulders are pitched forward, even at the beginning of the movement, from here, I'm going to hit a mechanical block because I have not set my scapula, I have not set my shoulder back, opening that shoulder up, that shoulder girdle up to allow myself to raise my elbow in this hang position without hitting a physical block, okay? Here, I'm gonna pinch my shoulder down, pinch all those tissues down in there. I can't raise it up high enough, okay? So if people are walking around in this position, they're already at a disadvantage. They just can't do this safely, okay? You also see the people who are sitting all day, kind of in this pronated position. You're sitting at a desk or you're just having to sit for long hours and you're struggling to keep your posture up. Oftentimes you end up adaptively shortened in the chest here, and so it's hard to even pull this back, especially if we're losing some muscle tone in between the shoulder blades or around the shoulder blades. That weakness back here combined with the stiffness and the shortness up here kind of gets us in this stuck position. And you'll find this is really obvious whenever you see someone walking. If you see their shoulders are rotated, their elbows are pointed out, or their palms are facing behind them as they walk, they're already in this disadvantageous position and they're not going to be able to safely raise this up without causing an impingement in the shoulder, okay? So, how do we address this? How do we fix this, okay? And how do we even expose this? Is one, as we're testing our functional capacity in our athletes, what we'll do is we'll actually have them do a dumbbell carry or even a sandbag carry where they're carrying up to 75% of their body weight distributed across two hands, okay? You see if you can carry that for at least 90 seconds without losing your shoulder integrity, without losing your postural integrity, okay? That's a quick test. We'll see if you have the actual capacity to do that. Beyond that, we test our internal rotation. We watch the shape. If we see our athletes struggling to keep the bar close, they end up swinging it out away, even though the rest of their movement is fine. We know that there can be a restriction here, okay? So we confirm that with an internal rotation test. And this is also super important to make sure we have this mobility, this capacity, because in all of our racket sports, especially with our tennis or badminton players, if you can't raise that elbow up without having to extend the spine, then you're at a disadvantageous position. You can't get it up high enough. You're not going to be able to get into a proper position to officially go for that smash. You're not going to be able to fully engage the core to get this full expression from the ground up through the posterior chain into the core and all the way into the shoulder if you're cutting it off right here, okay? So I need to have this full expression of this movement so I can get that wave of contraction from the ground up through my leg into my core and then finishing with that high position and being able to complete the smash, okay? Same is true for any type of throwing sports such as bowlers or pitchers. and even different like javelin throwers. You need this full expression of this movement. This is something that we can address as trainers, as coaches. We're able to see and catch this movement within the controlled environment of the weight room when we're doing this training. As I see you lift your arm, as I watch you moving on court or on the field, I'll be able to see, do you have this full expression of this movement? Okay, and if we're missing that, then we'll address that with different mobilizations or soft tissue work, different mobilizations that can help release that and open that up to be able to have full expression of that movement. And as we're in the strengthening environment, whenever we have removed any type of pain or impingement, we can strengthen the shoulders, we can release the chest so that we can be in this natural position where I should have thumbs pointing forward, palms facing in this normal position. You should be able to see a little bit of musculature in the back of the shirt. Okay, if it's just stretched straight across, then the shoulders are pulled forward. Okay, so we want to be in this nice steady position, able to fully express this hang shape. This is our hang shape, our hang archetype. It's another expression of the shoulder.